Imagine waking up one morning in 2026, reaching for your phone like you've done 1,000 times before, and realizing it doesn't feel like a phone anymore. It feels alive. It understands you before you even touch the screen. And when you step outside and get into your car, you don't start the engine the way you used to. The car recognizes you, adjusts itself to your mood, and almost feels like a partner rather than a machine. This isn't science fiction. This isn't a movie scene. This is where mobile phones and cars are heading faster than most people realize. A few years ago, we thought smartphones had peaked. Bigger screens, better cameras, faster chips. Same story every year. Cars felt the same too. Slightly more electric, slightly more digital, but still cars. But something quietly changed behind the scenes. Artificial intelligence grew up, batteries evolved, software became smarter than hardware. And suddenly, the devices we carry and drive are no longer just tools. They're becoming extensions of who we are. Let's start with mobile phones, because this is the device closest to our lives. In 2026, the idea of opening apps one by one will feel old-fashioned. Your phone will stop waiting for commands and start anticipating needs. Imagine waking up late for work. You don't tap anything. Your phone already knows your schedule, the traffic situation, the weather, and your sleep quality. It automatically reschedules a meeting, orders a ride, sends a message saying you'll be 10 minutes late, and adjusts your smart home to rush mode. All of that happens quietly in the background, without you asking. The screen itself will change how we think about phones. Flat glass rectangles are slowly giving way to flexible, adaptive displays. Some phones will fold, some will roll, and some won't even need to be held all the time. Lightweight AR glasses will connect seamlessly with your phone, projecting information directly into your field of view. Instead of staring down at a screen while walking, directions will appear gently in front of you. Messages will float briefly and disappear. Notifications won't interrupt your life, they'll blend into it. Cameras will no longer just capture moments, they'll understand them. In 2026, your phone camera won't just take a photo of a sunset. It will recognize the emotion of the scene, enhance it naturally, and even suggest turning that moment into a short cinematic memory. Family gatherings, trips, even everyday life will be captured in ways that feel less artificial and more human. And privacy will finally matter more. On-device AI will process data directly on your phone, reducing the need to send personal information to distant servers. Battery anxiety, one of the biggest frustrations today, will fade into the background. New battery technologies and smarter power management will mean phones that last days, not hours. And charging will feel almost invisible. Wireless charging surfaces will be everywhere. Desks, cars, cafes. You'll stop thinking about charging the way you once stopped thinking about internet connectivity. But the biggest change won't be hardware. It will be the relationship between you and your phone. In 2026, your phone will feel less like a distraction and more like a quiet assistant that respects your time. It will know when not to disturb you. It will help you focus instead of pulling you away. For the first time, technology will adapt to humans, instead of humans adapting to technology. Now let's talk about cars, because this is where the transformation becomes impossible to ignore. Cars in 2026 won't just be electric, they'll be intelligent. The steering wheel, pedals, and dashboard will still exist, but their role will change. Driving will become a choice rather than a requirement. On highways, in traffic, and during long commutes, cars will handle most of the work. You'll be free to think, talk, work, or simply relax. Picture getting into your car after a long day. It recognizes your voice and your posture. The seat adjusts automatically. The lighting softens. The music changes to match your mood. The car knows you're tired and chooses the smoothest, safest route home. It drives calmly, efficiently, and predictably. Not like a robot trying to prove itself, but like a cautious, experienced driver who genuinely cares about your safety. The inside of cars will feel more like living spaces than cockpits. Screens won't dominate your attention. They'll appear only when needed. Voice interaction will feel natural, conversational, almost human. You won't say rigid commands. You'll speak normally. Let's avoid traffic. I need some fresh air. Take the scenic route today, and the car will understand. Outside, the car will communicate with the world around it. Other cars, traffic lights, road sensors. Accidents will decrease not because humans become better drivers, but because machines communicate faster than humans ever could. Traffic jams will ease. Cities will slowly redesign themselves around smarter mobility. And then there's ownership. In 2026, many people won't think of cars as something you own, but something you access. Autonomous ride services will feel personal, clean, and reliable. The car that picks you up will remember your preferences. Seat position, temperature, music, even silence. It won't feel like a stranger's vehicle. It will feel like yours, just without the burden of maintenance, insurance, and parking. What makes this even more powerful is how phones and cars will merge into one connected experience. Your phone won't just unlock your car. It will be your identity, your key, your profile. Walk toward the car and it knows it's you. Your calendar syncs automatically. Your destination is already set. Your favorite podcast starts playing at the exact moment you left off at home. This deep connection will change how we think about time. Commutes won't feel wasted anymore. They'll become moments of rest, learning, or creativity. Parents will talk more with their kids. Professionals will prepare calmly for meetings. People will arrive less stressed and more present. Of course, with all this power comes fear. People worry about control, privacy, and dependence. And those concerns are valid. But the shift happening in 2026 is not about taking control away from humans. It's about giving control back. By removing friction, stress, and distraction, technology is quietly giving us something rare: time, mental space, peace. Think about how often today you feel rushed by notifications, traffic, low battery warnings, and endless updates. Now imagine a world where your devices work together silently, intelligently, and respectfully. That's the promise of 2026. This change won't happen overnight. It will sneak into our lives, one update at a time, one feature at a time, one moment where you realize you haven't touched your phone in an hour because you didn't need to, one drive where you arrive home relaxed instead of exhausted. And when we look back, we'll laugh at how once argued over megapixels and horsepower. Because the real revolution was never about specs. It was about experience, about how technology feels when it truly understands us. The future of mobile phones and cars is not louder, faster, or flashier. It's calmer, smarter, more human. And in 2026, that future stops being an idea and starts becoming everyday life. So when that morning comes and you pick up your phone or sit in your car, pay attention to that quiet moment of surprise. That feeling where you realize something fundamental has changed. Not just in the devices around you, but in how you live, move, and connect with the world. That's the real future being revealed. And it's closer than you think.